Dear friends, welcome back. Let's continue our series of One Hub. The machine is BBS Qt. The link will be added into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine. I think this machine, from my point of view, is a good one. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. I do appreciate your help and support. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can switch over to the Kali Linux VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be netdiscover. As you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 116. So what are we going to do next? We need to do the port and surface scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I have already completed before, so for now we just cut out its result. As you can see over here, I use the option like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. Although, as you can notice here, the IP address of target has been changed from the first time when I did the machine. So from the mmap scanning, we can tell that the target has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 port numbers in total. So next, we need to analyze these results. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service, and also the version information. As we know, we cannot find any vulnerability for this particular version. The next one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the version information, Apache 2. And the next one, 88, which is running HTTP service as well. However, the version is different, which is Nginx. And the next one is 110. As we know, this port number is used by the POP3 service by default. And as you can see, this is some sort of TOS involved. And the next one is 995, which is running POP3 SSL version. So what we are going to do next, I don't think at this moment we cannot find any entry into these two port number or last two open port numbers. So I'd like to start with enumeration from the HTTP service. So let's launch our browser or Firefox to do the manual enumeration. And we can put the IP address of the target. The IP address of the target is 116. Refresh. We got this Apache 2 default page back. And we can scroll down to see whether we can find something interesting. But nothing we can get. And as usual, we need to view the page source of this page, because sometimes we can get some very important information, or I can call it information leakage. But not this time. Next, we can check the robots file. Not found. So next, I think we can rely on some sort of tools to do some automatic enumeration. The first one I'd like to use is Nikto. In the meantime, we can take a look at another web application which is running on the port number 8080. Not found. Interesting. And also we can check its source code. Nothing there. And similarly, we can check logbox file for this web application. Not found. So it's done. And the index.php cookie. Oh, readme. I think we can take a look at the readme, and we can use Q followed by the IP address of the target. Readme. So everything is some sort of information about what? About, oh, I think this should be some sort of CMS. We can copy. And I think the version should be larger than 2.0. Should be larger than 2.0. So that's all we can get from the README file. And next we can launch our GoBuster to do the directory enumeration. Use option of W to specify the directory. Sorry, not directory, to specify the word list. Directory. And use option of X, the normal X, to specify the extensions. Option. Text. Press enter. So a lot of output like a print, upload, skins. So I think most of them belong to the installation or pages or directories of the Qt News application or Qt News CMS. See data, show names, license, and the index. As you can see, very interesting. We can get 2 index files or pages. However, the extension are different, and also the file size is different. So maybe we need to take a look at each of them. And the first one is index. So as you can see here, we got a very different page from the .html file. And this is again confirm our early discovery. The target is running Qt News CMS. This is a news management system and powered. Even we can get the detailed version number, and we can put here. Okay. And next, I think we can try to see whether there is weak credential for this sign-in portal or panel at the mean sign-in. Invalid password. And also we can try to use the login bypass technique. Sign in. Invalid password. We got the same error. However, because we have already got the CMS, even including the detailed number, version number, it's time to see or to discover the vulnerability for this version, right? We can use such as Sprite, Qt News. This CMS, or I can say that this particular version has some sort of the exploits I think these four exploits are what we want. And as I mentioned in the other videos, if the Metasploit can have some modules for the vulnerability or exploit, the Metasploit should be most preferable, okay? Because this is the most convenient for us. And so before we try to launch Metasploit console, I'd like to copy this exploit code, which is written in Ruby programming language. We can use the same utility with option of M to copy this exploit code to our working directory, and then we can cut out this exploit. And I think we can take a look at this module or this exploit code. So the Metasploit module. So this module exploits a command execution vulnerability in this CMS. Register cookie. All right. So I think we can, we can try with Metasploit. Of course, this is not a built-in module of the Metasploit. We need to import it. And I've already made a video on this topic, how to import third-party modules into the Metasploit. I've already imported this module. And so now we just launch Metasploit console. If the Metasploit cannot work, and then we need to try with manual way, So we can search. We can use the search Qt News, and we can use, as you can see, the module has been imported before. So for now, we just use this module, and we can show options. We can set localhost to our Kali Linux, and set local port number to be listened on as 555. You can choose any port number, what you wish, right? And we need to set remote host to our target. And I need to make sure, yes, it's right. And the port number, we do not need to change, just leave as it is. And however, the target URI, I think this should be removed because no such directory. We can set target URI, target URI, and then should be, the root, and then we can run it to see whether we can get the foothold on the target. So authentication was unsuccessful with the user. So maybe this module cannot work for this case, for this machine. So now we can exit from the Metasploit. So next, I'd like to try with the Python exploit code. Yeah, this one. I think this one is what I want to try next. We can use the same way or the same option to clone or copy, and I can rename this Python code to like exploit Python, and we need to edit this Python code. So here, extract credentials. So maybe I think we need to remove this directory, and Also we need to remove here. So maybe I can use this way. Percentage sign or symbol S cute news and flash slash, sorry, not a flash, and okay, I think it's done. Now we can write and quit. So then we can run it because this Python code is written in Python 3. You can get this knowledge from the first lines. Yeah, here Python 3. All right. So now we can quit it again. Python 3 exploit. Press enter. We need to enter the URL. Of course, if you can understand the Python code, you know here we need to use prefix HTTP. Otherwise, you will get error. Press enter. As you can see, we got the shell, right? And we can run any command. However, you know, I don't like this some sort of shell. I'd like to spawn a more normal shell. We can check whether netcat is there. Okay, it's there. And then we can set up the listener. And then we can use netcat with option of E to specify the command. The command I'd like to run is bash, and followed by the IP address of the Kali Linux, and followed by the port number to connect it to. However, oh, sorry, I use the target, the IP address of target rather than the Kali Linux. It looks like it's working. And now, as you can see, we get the shell from the target. Python 2 is there. And we want to spawn more interactive shell. Import pty module, pty spawn. Next, we need to do some local immersion, right? So how to make local immersion? I think I've already made a video on this topic. For example, first of all, we need to navigate to home directory, and then we can know there is one normal user, Fox. And of course, we can retrieve the user flag. Next, we need to take a look at the bash history, permission denied. So how about mail dir? Permission denied. And also we need to check out the kernel information. I don't think we can find a strong exploit for this version of kernel. And next we can try to, you know, for example, we need to check whether this current user www data can run sudo. Even can the root no password, can use this one. And so I think we can get to the website of the GTFO bins, as you can see over here. So the sudo so listen on. So I think we can use this way to elevate our privilege. However, before I try this way, I'd like to, you know, navigate across some locations. For example, the OPT, and nothing there, var, and go to backups. and nothing there. Go to the www directory, go to HTML directory, and go to, so maybe I like to cut out the index. Here I think we can find the password, the credentials for this page, right? So index, login, form. Maybe we can go to the core directory. Go to core directory and cut out the init PHP to see whether we can find the credentials. Okay, so maybe we can, upload the NumPy shell script to do the automatic enumeration, right? And we can make this terminal to be bigger. I've already got this script ready, and next we need to upload this script to the target. Okay, the web server is started up. Now we can use wget NumPy, and we can make it executable, and we can run it. For us, as pen tester, what we want most is the low-hanging fruit, right? Or we need to find the easiest way to exploit. This case is privilege escalation, and we can scroll up to see whether we can find such information. A lot of output by the NumPy shell script. HPin 3. Even HPin 3 has SUID bit. So I think the HPin 3 is what we want, right? I need to go through this output completely. The output, yeah, this one we have already know this sudo privilege cron jaw, some local exploits. All right, so we can go back to the GTF OBINs. So as you can see, because the HPin 3 on the target both have sudo privilege and SUID bit, and I think it looks like the SUID or taking advantage of SUID bit of HPin 3 is easier than sudo. Sudo I think will involve a bit more steps. So I like to try this one. Okay, we can copy, and then we can launch HPin 3 and paste the command here. As you can see, we have already elevated our privileged root user, and go to root directory and cut out the root flag without any issue. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.